How to fix cannot infer type arguments error in ResponseEntity with Spring Boot. If you are developing a Spring Boot application and encounter the cannot infer type arguments for ResponseEntity error, you are not alone. This common issue can be frustrating but is typically straightforward to resolve. This guide explains the causes of this error and provides solutions to fix it. Understanding the error. The cannot infer type arguments for ResponseEntity error generally arises when the Java compiler cannot determine the type that a response entity should be. This typically happens when you use ResponseEntity in a method and the type argument is ambiguous or not provided. In this example, the type for ResponseEntity is not clear. The method could theoretically return any type of response. Solution 1. Explicit type specification. The most straightforward way to resolve this error is to explicitly specify the type for your response entity. This makes the response type clear to the compiler. In the above example, specifying string informs the compiler that this response entity will contain a string. Solution 2. Using wildcard. Alternatively, you can use a wildcard to indicate that the response entity can contain any type. This is particularly useful for generic situations or when the type can vary. Here, allows the response entity to accommodate any type, avoiding the type inference error. Solution 3. Specific object return. Sometimes, the best approach is to directly return the specific type within the response entity. In this example, by creating a new response entity with a specific object, string in this case, the type is made explicit, and the type inference error is avoided. Conclusion. Encountering the cannot infer type arguments for ResponseEntity error in your Spring Boot application does not need to slow down your development. By explicitly defining the type, using wildcards, or returning specific objects, you can resolve this issue efficiently. Follow these solutions to ensure your Spring Boot applications compile without issues and maintain type safety throughout your code.